up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. All right. What's up, cuties? Happy Tuesday. Let me put on some lip gloss. How are you guys? Welcome. Come on in, hit that like button for me. I am going to say some hellos as well, but come on in, hit the like button. Thank you guys for joining me for this late night hour. And I'm going to try to get out of here in an hour. I do have a couple topics, but thank you again for joining me. I appreciate you guys. If you are not subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button for me. Hello, Miss Lady. I don't know if you went by another name, but if you're new, welcome. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me check something here. What's today? What is today? Okay. The 28th, correct? Yeah. Okay. But thank you guys. Come on in. We're just gonna kick it for a little bit. So I appreciate you guys. And let me go back up and say some quick hellos. Let's see here. Linda Gamble is in the building. The legend of the March Child. Thank you, Linda Gamble, for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Mama V, let me get this off the screen. How are you, sis? Happy Tuesday to you. Where is this? What? Okay, I think this is it. Okay, let me do this. All right, there we go. Welcome, Mama V. Thanks for joining me, sis. Teresa Wright is in the building. And yes, please hit that like button. Thank you, Teresa. I am Pink Diva is in the building. Sis, did you change your name? Because you were going by just Pink Diva, wasn't you? If so, I like. Isn't that your, I'm going to have to close that out. Well, I guess I can't. Is there a way I can mute my notifications? Anyway, welcome. I am Pink Diva, also known as Pink Table Topics. My sis Neva P is here. Hey, Neva P. How are you, sis? Happy Tuesday to you. Cam is here. Hey, Cam. Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Hello, Jonetta. How are you? Happy Tuesday. My girl Gia is in the building. My sis Gia. Child, Gia, you still not right when it comes to that Charlie Brown. Okay, that you posted yesterday. But I know we talked this morning. I forgive you. Love me some you, Gia. Thanks for being here, sis. Miss Lady in the building. Hey, Miss Lady. Welcome. Let's be clear. It's here. Hey, let's be clear. Hey, Cece. Welcome. Who else is in the building? Aunt Debbie is here. Now, look, Aunt Debbie had a birthday yesterday, child. I am going to play it again.
Go, Shorty. It's your birthday.
But I think some of y'all may have forgotten Aunt Debbie's theme song, okay? Aunt Debbie, I'm going to go ahead and play that theme song real quickly.
Hey, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. By none of that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit.
And she said what the fuck she said, okay? Hey, Aunt Debbie. Welcome. Oh, I'm being messy, but she said what she said, God damn it. Hey, Bridget J, girl, what's going on?
Girl, what's going on?
Yes, I do have my cutie crew, sisters and all of that. A couple of them, they own little special intros. I'll go ahead and play my Brittany Janae now. If you guys want to send a cash app or super chat, I deserve chat.
I deserve to be. I deserve
I deserve. Shout out to Brittany Janae. All right, let me hurry up so we can get started. Hey, Patricia J, how are you, sis? Hey, April, welcome, welcome, welcome. The elegant elephant is here. Hey, sis, how are you? Hey, Peach Prince, welcome, welcome, welcome. Mary Langley in the building. Peace, love, and light is in the building. Classy KC is here. Thank you, sis. Thank you. All right, who else is here? Reno. Welcome, Reno. Hey, Flora BT. There go my Brittany Janae. Hey, sis. All right. Let's see. LaShawn is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, YouTube changed the names. I don't even know. They may, even if you change your name, they still may assign digits at the end. Not sure. Just Mia is in the building. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Lorcy, you in the burbs. Which one now? Because it matter. South suburbs, north suburbs. Let me know. Northwest, south, Saeed represent all day. Okay. Hey, Criollo. Hello, Criollo. Hello. All right. We're gonna get started. Let's see. Hey, Gigi. I want to make sure I say hello since I started saying hello to everybody. Okay. All right. I think we ready. Holly Berries is here. All right, guys, we're gonna get started. As I mentioned, we got 6 minutes in. Hopefully we can get out of here in an hour. But I appreciate you guys for joining me for this. Is this the window? Hold on, let me cancel. Because child, I've been and put up something else. Let me put up a little thumbnail real quick. You guys see what's on the thumbnail? We're gonna be talking about all them people, okay? Each and one of them. All right, this is my window. And I'm just going to close this one out. I'm just going to close that one out. All right. So first, I've been chatting with the Vegas Cutie crew about this. And not that I need to chat about it. It is current breaking news when it comes to Hurricane Melissa in Jamaica. And continue prayers going up. About an hour ago when I checked, I believe they were probably at about, I would say under 5, maybe 3 people that unfortunately have lost their lives to this hurricane. But the last that I've heard, and I'm just going to click this and see. Let me do something now. The last that I heard, it was, it landed. It landed, but it wasn't as far as what they expected. And they are saying yet, but let's just claim that, minimal damage. I do want to say special prayers going up for my little sis. One of them, y'all know Trending is my little sis, but also Sammy. She has family there. And Sammy, we're praying for you, and we're praying that everything is okay with your family as well. But it's still plowing across Jamaica right now. But they say that it is currently moving towards Cuba. So no matter who's in the path of this hurricane, prayers going up. Okay. Another thing I wanted to just touch on real quickly. The trial is currently going on with Sonya Massey. I'm sure you should remember Sonya Massey in Illinois, who was unalived by that county deputy. Well, the jury deliberations are currently going on. It ended kind of late today. I was hoping for a quick guilty verdict, and they didn't get to that as of today. So I don't know. I may do like I did similar to the Diddy Watch. I may just have my channel running so we can get a live update on that. Prayers going up. I do hope that he is convicted of first-degree murder, aggravated battery with a firearm. And if he's guilty, if he's found guilty on all counts, he will get, I believe the minimum was 45 years. 45 years. So this is the picture of her family, her mom, her son, and that was heartbreaking. That was really, really heartbreaking, because she had that little hot pot of water or whatever, and they're trying to say that that was a weapon. He was all the way on the other side. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but rest in peace to Sonya Massey. And you guys, yes, continue to say her name. Okay. All right, we're gonna go ahead and well, this is still a little sad. Not a little, it is sad, period. But up on my thumbnail, you guys should see a Masika. Masika of the Love and Hip Hop LA. And if I'm not mistaken, Masika also appeared in Atlanta a season or two, not sure. But unfortunately, her husband, estranged husband, was unalived early this morning. In a not a hit and run, excuse me. A driver was driving the wrong way on an expressway in Houston, Texas. And the guy was also drunk. The driver of the other vehicle passed away as well. But yeah, this is very, very sad. Masika's youngest daughter is by her ex-husband, and her oldest daughter is by rapper Fetty Wap. That's always been a fear. That's always been a fear. Okay, growing up in that, growing up hip hop Atlanta, and Love and Hip Hop LA. But yeah, I'll show you guys. Let me put up the banner again. I'm sorry, the thumbnail. But let's bring up a quick video of what Masika had to say earlier today. And breaking news, I'm not going to bring it up, but you guys know that there were bodies that were turning up in Houston in those bayous, and they're saying that it is more. I'll bring it up. As of 4 hours ago, they've announced that they found more bodies. And I just cannot believe that people are trying to say that that's not a serial killer. Oh, a serial unaliver. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? So prayers going up to all of the families as well. We know that this many people that close together are not unaliving themselves like they're trying to say that they are. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. It's crazy out here. Be careful, be aware, pay attention to your surroundings, all of the above. But let's go ahead and take a quick look at Masika. Give me 1 second. I believe oh, they don't have it. Well, they have it, but they don't have it right here. So this was the truck. He was driving one of those cyber trucks. He was driving one of those cyber trucks, and as you guys can see here, the whole front of that vehicle was smashed. May he rest in peace. They called him Champ, but his name was Jamar Champ. So I'll find the initial video that Masika came out earlier because people were talking about it. The first person that I took a screenshot from was Gossip in the City. But first she said this: God woke me up at 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep. I didn't know why. Jesus Christ, I just received the worst news of my life. Pray for me and my kids, please. And then she went on live. So let me bring that up. Let me go to the Hollywood lock. I think they got it. Hollywood unlocked. 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right, let me go to the shade room. Because since it's officially out there, I screen recorded it, but I was honoring her wishes. And let's see. Hold on. Oh, wow. All right, I'm going to show you guys two things before we move on. But have you guys ever, where you stay, and this happens, unfortunately, too often to me, but have you ever like been driving on a highway or anything, and it was a wrong way driver. I have, and wasn't close, thank God, and had just passed the area. I think I had just passed the entrance, got off the exit where the person was getting on, and and then heard about it on the news and was like, damn, I was just right there. And yeah, it's sad. It's really, really sad. Now, both kids of Masika's, I'm not sure if he had any other kids, but they will be growing up without a dad. You know what I mean? He was the stepfather to our oldest child. Fetty Wap is in jail. And I will say this. Look, prayers going up to the families of both. But most times, and I'm not getting any joy out of this, I promise you guys this, but most times it really, really irks me when the person that causes these fatal accidents walk away basically unscathed, not a scratch or anything. So we know that's not the case in this one, but um, you know, because he did pass away as well. All right, let me show you the latest that the Shade Room has up about this. I was searching for the initial video that Masika has, but we won't do that. So let's go over these details. And prayers going up to his wife Masika, his family, mom, siblings, everybody. Prayers going up. But she spoke out in the wake of her husband's passing, and she said, and shout out to the Shade Room, but she said it is with profound soundness. Excuse me, child. I'm trying to get my copyright up and looking at the screen halfway. It is with profound sadness that I confirm the news of the tragic and unexpected passing of my spouse and father/stepfather of my beautiful daughters, Jamar Champ. During this incredibly challenging time, I kindly ask for respect and understanding as our family comes together to support one another and honor his memory. Your thoughts, prayers, and love mean the world to us as we navigate this devastating loss. So here's a picture again of him. And then let's go to this news clipping here of I believe a local reporter that was on site.
KHOU's Jason Miles along the Katy Freeway at Washington/Westcott. Despite do not enter signs back there, this is where HPD believes a driver got onto the freeway heading westbound in the eastbound lanes. That prompted a chain reaction crash that killed both that suspected wrong way driver and the driver of a very distinctive cyber truck. It was a pretty horrific scene that shut down the eastbound lanes of the Katy Freeway for hours early this morning. I have since identified through family the driver of the cyber truck as 38-year-old Jamar Champ. He was somewhat of a social media influencer, devoted father of two, and very well-liked and respected friend. Many are still reeling from the news that he died in this, again, suspected wrong-way crash along the Katy Freeway, the kind of crash we see way too often in the...
Was he driving a 18-wheeler? Why is that parked there? Was the other driver driving an 18-wheeler?
Houston area. In fact, we recently uncovered at least 111 deaths in Harris County alone from wrong-way incidents between 20...
I am going to continue this video, but if was he, hey Kathy, was he driving that 18-wheeler? Put it in the chat for me. Gigi, I saw your comments. You said absolutely, because they are drunk. And yes, sometimes a lot of people that's drunk, it saves them, you know what I mean, from dying. But let's go ahead and continue. Or was that it?
Use Jason Miles along the Katy Freeway.
Okay, that was it. But this is what, and I read this to you guys already, that Masika initially posted. You know, how she really just couldn't sleep. She woke up at 2 a.m. and that was around the time that happened, you know. So continue prayers going up. She's also over here in the Shade Room comments as well, saying, please pray for me and my girls, and I will do just that. I would do just that. Teresa said, You agree the drunk driver who hit your neighbor head on walked away without a scratch and she's paralyzed. The court case is coming up. Yeah, it's sad. And that's unfortunately a lot of the times, again, that's how it happens. That angers me, you know? So I am especially praying my niece, it wasn't wrong way driver, but she passed away. The anniversary of her death was last week on the 22nd, in a car accident. And so it's heartbreaking. Any death unexpectedly is heartbreaking, but yeah, brutal car accidents is another level. You know what I mean? Yes, that's a lot. That's a high number. 111 from wrong way drivers right there in Houston. Arizona is a state that happens quite often. Deborah said, I watch her videos, her and her husband with the kids, and they seem really happy, and she seems happy with him. Well, I thought they were separated. Well, I'm not going to mix any drama up with this, Deborah. But if I'm not mistaken, I thought they were separated. Even if it was just recently. Hey, Tam. Yeah, it's my understanding. I'll do a quick search, but I won't be bringing anything up in the live. Let me just check. Let me just check. So she actually filed for annulment in early 2024. They did remain on good terms as co-parents, and despite their separation. Well, it was before 2024 because Masika made a video and said, I have been separated all of 2023. So we don't know if they got back together or anything. And the good thing is what I just read, that they remained on good terms as co-parents. So prayers going up for sure. All right, I want to show you guys this next. Let me close this out. And we're going to keep it moving. Shout out to 124 of you that's joining me. Please hit the like button. Child, these SNAP benefits allegedly are scheduled to end this coming Saturday in a lot of states. I don't know if any of you received the benefits. If everybody will be impacted, period, because prices of everything gonna go up. And it's my advice to you guys, if so, based off of a lot of things that's going around on social media, you may want to go ahead and do your grocery shopping before the weekend, because people are saying if they don't have their money on their cards, hey, Melanin, by Saturday, that they going in these stores and they looting and they doing everything else. But let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, I'm not just showing a sister, but I'm showing this sister, okay? And yeah, this is crazy to me. Take a look and a listen. She gets the dummy ass award for the day for sure, and I'll tell you why after. Because I'm out of the store. So they wanted $7 for this. Mind you, I don't have food stamps anymore. They cut me off. So I only had $22 left in food stamps. So this is what I stole. Okay, they wanted $9 for this. I said, I don't got $9. Then they wanted $2 for this. They wanted, sorry, it's all fucked up because it's been in my purse. $7 for this. I'm making some stuffed salmon today. These are needed. I'm not paying $7 for that. Okay, let me show you the most important thing to me. You know what's the most important thing that your dumb ass is showing us? Your face. Is she really? Oh, YouTube rejected my own comment. I put dummy arse. Dang. Okay, YouTube. All right. Don't unhide it, any of the mods. I'm gonna have to. Oh, maybe because of the dummy. It's the dummy. Anyway, yeah, she gets that dummy arse award today. You are on live. You pushed record or start live on your damn phone to show people that you're stealing. Is that crazy? Or no? Girl.
Short ribs. Take off the label so that you don't beep. Get your fucking meat. How many do you think that I got? How many short ribs is that? And can I be real?
Girl.
More of y'all bitch ass niggas should have started taking shit from the motherfucking corporations a long time ago.
My God, today. Let's go. Vanessa, you agree?
Motherfucking bones. Get out there and get in the motherfucking field like I told you. Everything out here is yours. Whether or not you take it, they call that shit free will. I call that shit eminent domain. You know what I'm
Oh, child. It's so stupid, sis. It really is. Let's continue. I cannot.
seeing? One thing I learned from the white men, take it. Take it.
And they gonna take your ass to jail. I can't. Now that's just for a little humor. But somebody over there said getting locked up and catching a case over short ribs is crazy work. You hear me? This person feel exactly how I feel. So you stole and proceeded to videotape yourself. Super genius. How crazy is this? Now, Vanessa, you said period. Sis, I need to know if you agree with her. Look, I read and sometimes I judge. I read and sometimes I judge, but I'm not going to judge, but I'm just going to say, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You know, imagine getting caught. Imagine getting caught. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, your ass won't even be able to eat the damn food. I don't have a donkey sound, Gigi. That's the Breakfast Club, sis. April. Oh my God. Gia. Oh my God. I just couldn't believe it. But let me see if I can find this, because I'm an equal opportunity, you know what I'm saying, type of person. Let's see if I sent this other one to myself real quickly. Real quickly. It's a clear. Let's see. Give me 1 second. I'll check. See if I can find it. If I can't, we're going to continue to move on. But she was angry, child. Let's see. I hope I have it. Oh, no. This is another one. Hold on. If I can't find it, I'm going to go ahead and keep on moving. This is how much stuff I send myself per day. And this is still today. Goodness great. Here she go, child. Hold on. Ooh, wee. Now she scared me. Hold on. Now, you know, it ain't just all of us, okay? It ain't. And I'm saying it ain't on purpose. Just all of us. Take a look at this lady here, baby. Take a look. I'm scared of her.
Hear me. They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me. Y'all ain't here.
Baby, take it off.
They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
Now, she didn't walk out. I'm scared, child. I'm scared. Hey, Philly girl, how are you? Flora B say scared. Look, child, you could, ma'am, you want to go back and get some more stuff? That's what I that's what I would have told her. Look, girl, we got some crab legs in the back. You didn't see those steaks? Go ahead and get you another basket. You ain't got nothing to worry about. Well, look, Gia, look, she didn't do like the other sister. Hey, Miss Wynn. She didn't do like the other one that I just showed you. At least she let them know I'm just not going to pay for it. So I don't know if she found out, but just that the way I got it paused right there, I'm scared. But in all seriousness, and I'm going to play it again, child. because this will make you stay out them stores over the weekend. In all seriousness, this is just the beginning. This is the reality that a lot of people have now that are now facing, and more will continue to face. Hey, Mixie, how are you, sis? Girl, look, go on back there and get them porterhouse steaks and tomahawks and whatever you want. You hear me? I'll help you put it in your car. Okay. But no, this is the reality. There will be people that will be without benefits. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm doing my shopping probably Thursday night. I ain't even going out Halloween night. And yeah, I won't be out there. So just be safe, because they are planning on the internet. You know how they just walk in, now they go into all of these designer stores and they run out with all the purses and the bags and the shoes and all that. That's what they're planning to do starting Saturday when it comes to food. Yeah, a lot of stores are closing, Patricia J. A lot of stores are closing. I heard Walmart was closing on the 1st, and you can only order online or pick up. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know, sis. Praying for you still. Big hug to you. Big hug to you. So yeah, just be careful. I'm gonna play again so y'all could be scared, because I am.
Y'all ain't hear me.
I heard you.
They cut my food stamps. I ain't paying for none of this shit. I got babies at home that gotta eat. You think I'm just gonna leave my cart here?
Now look, I'm looking and I'm really not judged, but girl, it's more than the babies just eating, child. Cause you don't look like you met. Let me finish.
Here? Hell no. I ain't paying nothing. I'm walking out with it. Try and stop me.
Girl, you it's all yours, the whole damn store, okay? But that's the seriousness of how it is currently and how it is going to be. And yeah, be careful. Prayers going up. I got something to say about the government workers. Do I want to go ahead? Let's go ahead and start it off with that. As a matter of fact, let me close this window out. But continued prayers going up to all of the government workers that are affected when it comes to this government shutdown. And a lot of them, they gotta show up to work because and they're not getting paid. A lot of them are in lines at food banks and everything else. And this bothered me with Tyler Perry. Now, granted, I don't know what the man doing with his money. I don't know. But I know he shouldn't have done this. I would have rather have read a headline that said Tyler Perry donates $100,000 to government workers who aren't getting paid. He donated it to old Marvin Winans. Should have donated it to the lady that Marvin Winans embarrassed. But let's go and take a look, child, at how happy Marvin Winans was for this donation. I'm not going to play that again. I'm not going to play that again. No, where's his video talking about Tyler? Hold on.
Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000.
No, that's not the one I want. I want you guys to see his face. Give me a second. And let me just do a quick search by Tyler Perry. I'm sure it's going to come up. And I want you guys to see how happy. It's a big difference, child. Here it comes. Big difference than how old Marvin was with that $1,000, what, $1,200. Take a look.
Went crazy. Folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this. I'll tell you now.
Y'all know our people, child. We got to really act a fool. If something happened concerning the church, that next Sunday, baby, everybody clowning, shouting in the aisle. and everything. They know that old pastor went viral, and now they clowning in church, baby. They all up on their feet and everything. Hold on, let's go ahead and continue.
Since y'all happy enough, that since it broke
Yes,
out
sis.
Monday, we have received one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry said $100,000.
Look at him shouting, child. Look at him shouting.
Bishop
I like that dress, girl.
Bishop Patrick Wilton, he said, I'm sowing and I have +1. So the devil went.
I gotta play that part again. Look at, but you guys see the demeanor of Pastor Marvin Winans. Do you guys see how everything changed from that Sunday before, when that lady walked up there with her $1,000 donation plus 235? He could barely contain himself. Hey, Nene.
Crazy. Folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this. I'll tell you now, since y'all happy enough.
Look at him.
That since it broke out Monday, we have received one person called and he said, tell my name. He said, because I know God is in this. Tyler Perry said $100,000.
Well, not running up and down the aisle, child. Teresa said, somebody said you would think they were getting the money. Who put that in the chat? Sis said there are a lot of food pantries in need of donations. Yes.
Bishop Patrick Wilton, the devil went crazy. Folks started calling up from other states saying, I got to give on this.
Ooh, child. Ooh, child. That was you, Teresa. Brittany Janae say God is probably shaking his head right now. Look, a mess. To me, like I said, everything changed as far as his demeanor. So, hey, he's into the money. I will say, did I send it to myself? Let me do a quick search. Shout out to Pastor Jamal Bryant. And I was watching at Bedside Baptist Sunday, and I heard him say this, and I thought it was so admirable. But he asked everybody to hold their money. Don't give him nothing. Okay? Don't give him nothing. He said it wouldn't be right to ask people for offerings when many don't know how they'll feed their kids or pay rent. Very admirable. Very admirable. So, yeah, a mess, child. I just wanted to show you guys Tyler Perry, look, it's his money, it's his business. But I sure would have loved, again, to have seen, if you told him, it's okay, say my name, then tell somebody else say your name and donate to the food banks. Tell somebody else to say your name and pick up some of the tabs of a lot of these government workers, to whom much is given, much is required. And that's not just to old Pastor Marvin Winans, okay? Child, these people better hope Derek don't take your money, okay? Anyway, real quick, I'm gonna touch and go on this. You guys remember that Kandi, Soulja Boy came out and called Kandi Burruss all type of biatches. We know Kandi Burruss is an absolute businesswoman. took him up on the opportunity, and take a look.
Y'all won't believe who here. What's up? Your boy Soldier. I'm in the building. Don't play. Hey.
Kandi gonna save her an opportunity, okay? She is. And yeah, that's just a touch and a go. But let me see what you guys were saying about Pastor Winans and Tyler Perry before we move on. Shout out to 145 of you. Thank you for joining. Flora B said a mess. Tam C that's said that was for publicity. That was all for publicity. Neva P said yes, he should have donated to the food pantries. It is people out here that has worked hard for this country that has to, like I said, continue to show up to work. Y'all gonna go ahead and fire me. I'm just gonna tell you right now, government job or not, you can fire me whenever that unemployment kick in. I'll be able to, once that shutdown is over, I'm gonna go ahead and collect that. I ain't driving nowhere, sitting nowhere, doing no duties nowhere for free. That's just me. But yeah, Tyler could have done that, you know. Libra said, ooh, child. Tyler needs to say that for that lawsuit, child. Hey, Vi. Vi said God's not happy with them. Next week, they're going to need help, and he is not going to help. All right. Deborah Holder said, what is happening to these people in some of these churches is almost cult-like. It really is. Like I was raised in church, and I have never seen pastors act the way some of these pastors do behind money. I agree. Okay. I agree. I was born and raised in the church as well, and never, ever have I seen it either, sis. The Elegant Elephant said it's a doggone shame when pastors praise the almighty dollar more than they praise Almighty God. Shaking my darn head. I totally agree with you, sis, for sure. Debbie said, what is the money for? Debbie, you know it's for a building fund. Now, look, with that donation from Tyler, every fund should be met. I would love to see a follow-up video when it comes to Marvin Winans coming out and saying, keep your offerings and keep your tithes. It's a rough time right now. A lot of you guys in my congregation are losing your SNAP benefits. A lot of you got to go to work not receiving a paycheck. A lot of you don't know how you're going to feed your kid. I can guarantee you we will not see that. Yeah, Tyler used to pay off people's layaways at Walmart. I hope he donates to the pantry. He did used to do that back in the day, I will say. If I was Kandi, I could not have sit down with Soldier Boy because of the disrespect he spoke towards her. Yeah, he called her all type of bees. They have brought politics in the church, and everything is about transactions. Sad but true. Sad but true. All right, let's see a couple more. Tyler is always donating money to charity and always helping people. Okay, BJ. The unfortunate thing about being a federal worker, we don't pay into unemployment or state disability. We have to buy like an Affleck insurance carrier. Really? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Gigi said, ain't put a doorknob on the church. And he drives a luxury car, child. You know they always got a building fund. All right, this is we are now going into the territory of no good Negroes. All right. You know, there was a little justice when it comes to Halle Bailey. I'll get to that soon. But let's start this off. Now, I don't know if he no good or not. All I know is ain't nowhere in the world I could have married him. No, ma'am. No ham, no turkey, no whatever they say. No. Dwight Howard, you guys know that he married Amy Luciani. Her real name is Amy Amber Rose, but not the other Amber Rose. And couple months ago, she filed for divorce. Well, she said they both did, but I remember it when it hit the headlines that she filed. But do you guys know why I'm saying I couldn't have married Dwight Howard? And maybe people are okay with this. I would never be. But, you know, he was allegedly with men. You know what I mean? Bi, if you will. Bisexual. And we could never get married. But anyway, Amy had left him. They have been back together for a couple months now. And now she got advice to married women. I will say this, and you guys will see. A lot of her advice is not like I disagreed with, but girl, you still wet behind the ears. Okay. It's too soon for you to be out here trying to give advice. You guys take a look and put a 1 in the chat if you would have been okay with marrying Dwight Howard. Put a 2 in the chat if it's hell to the no. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. I already put my 2 child. Hell no to the no.
On my life, and I almost divorced him in 6 months, being real stupid and silly. Actually, we both filed for divorce. Let's talk about the struggles of being a new young wife. First thing I can tell you, as a new wife, I know this is gonna be a hard practice, but shut your mouth. Shut up. Now I know some of y'all gonna say, "Oh, you gotta shut up because you married. What is he silencing you?" No, sis, I'm not saying shut up. I'm saying pick your battles. And sometimes pick them quietly. Understand, when you became one with your husband, that means you became one. Y'all are one. You have to literally die to your old self. You don't want to do that yet. What does die to my old self mean? Because I'm
Charlie's motivational speakers, girl. Let me continue.
very much still alive. Simply means adjustment. You got to make a lot of adjustments. Again, heavy on your one now. No, your spicy attitude isn't passion. It's a nasty attitude. That has to die for your husband. Confrontational spirits hidden by passion. You're not passionate, sis. You just got an attitude problem. Lose it. Quick gems. Successful top tier men, they just want peace. They don't want anything else. You can't do anything.
Ooh, child, she said he a top. I mean, not a top tier. Ooh, child, I thought she said he was a top and not a bottom. Let's continue.
Anything else for them besides bring them peace. Mistake I made, me and my husband going through issues, telling my friends about it. Don't do it. Lying to yourself is hard, okay? You spent your whole life talking, probably talking too much, getting the last word, being overly opinionated, being emotionally unstable. Some people settle for that, but this person married you, they're not going for it. Passive aggressive attitude. Most Black men, when you do that, it reminds them of somewhat what they grew up with their mom, their siblings. They married you. They don't want to feel with the trauma from childhood. And I'm about to say something that's probably going to hurt y'all. Black successful men do marry Black women. But my girls, let's be for real. Let's talk about it. I already know, sis, life was not easy for us. And along the way, we formed a little neck roll that we can't get rid of. Because life was hard doesn't give you the right to be rude, a bitch, confrontational, nasty attitude, uncooperative. Any of those things. Married now, sis, so you're joining with one. It should be a peaceful harmony, right? Which means you have to die to yourself with all the ugly things that do not create peace. Let's talk about the maybe I rule. If there's conflict going on in your marriage, in your home, silently to yourself, not out loud to your husband, ask yourself, maybe I am understanding this wrong. Maybe I am processing this wrong. Maybe I am being overly emotional. Maybe I am not listening. If you silently ask yourself the maybe I's and then go in a corner and process them before you respond, you'll see that maybe I can do something to meet him more in the middle versus pushing the confrontation. I did not say you cannot have an opinion. I never said that. I said, stop, process your emotion, okay? You married now. You basically just said, I love you for the rest of your life, my life, no matter what we go through. Me not really understanding the real concept of marriage, I was thinking like, oh, Dwight, you're doing this. I don't like this. I'm going to flee. I'm going to run. Listen, y'all. You ain't ready for marriage if that's the way you think it. I meant to.
All right, your thoughts. Look, Linda Gamble, go away from me. Linda Gamble say, Amy look like a man without makeup. I think she's a beautiful girl. I will say that. And I like Amy. I liked her when she was with Maji. Anyway, they used to have a YouTube channel and all that and had this big house in Atlanta. Then he left and she had to move out and get an apartment. But it was her house. She paid for everything. Some of us may have been there, done that. You know what I mean? I like Amy. And look, I will say this. The advice that she gave is really not wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's not. I do still think that she's wet behind her ears, when it comes to marriage. I don't even know if they've celebrated a year yet. You already signed up, tried to file for a divorce. But look, if she get the lesson, she get the lesson, and the earlier the better. But my thing is, what is the lesson for these men? You know what I mean? She didn't give me that totally submissive. But when you come out here and you point out just all the wrongdoings of women, those are the vibes that is given. Pick me, shut. And yeah, successful black men marry black women, and pick me vibes. Girl, look who you got. Look, it's just me. Linda Gamble said, Amy, sit your butt down somewhere and take your own advice. But I said, I'm going to say good night. Good night. Good night. Bye. I hope Amy don't end up eating her words. Same, sis. And a lot of women especially, unfortunately, do end up eating their own words, especially when you come out a little too early, too soon with advice such as this. Get some years under your belt. You haven't even made a year and you're already, again, both of you guys filed for divorce, then decided to make up. You don't even have the experience. So, everything that she said was not wrong. And I may take my submission part back. You know what I'm saying? Because, yeah, if that was the reason why they broke up, let's say it was her mouth, I don't know, her attitude or whatever, that still could be a little bit submission, Sure, you should watch your tone. Sure, you shouldn't have attitude. Sure, you shouldn't do this. Sure, you shouldn't do that. Girl, holla at folks in about 5 years, okay? Holla at folks in about 5 years. Good point, FM Payton. Good point. He has subjected, allegedly, his health to contamination, and she has opened up her healthy by conjoining with him. She got a lot of advice to have married a man who's known to go the other way. Ain't no way. Debbie say she said a whole lot of nothing. In other words, child, I play Debbie theme song real quick. I hadn't played it in a while. This is what Debbie saying. We're gonna go ahead and get to the next one.
Hey, I don't give a fuck by none of that shit. By none of that shit. I don't give a fuck by none of that shit.
That's my life, and I almost divorced his.
Girl, shut up. Basically, what Debbie is saying, Amy, girl, holla at us in 10 years, child. You haven't even gotten to the 7-year itch yet. You know what I mean? A lot of people end up. Where's my comments? Oh yeah. Hold on, guys. All right. Ooh, I don't know what StreamYard been doing lately. Ooh, Audrey said, I'm not taking advice from no one who allegedly is in a lavender marriage. Say it again. I believe every word Royce had to say about him. All right, Deborah. Now, I don't want us to get weird. But what about what Royce's son with him did? Don't put it in the chat. But allegedly, the son picked up some of the habits of the daddy. You know what I mean? We'll talk about it another time, child. Amy, that ninja doesn't want you, sis. He plays for both teams. Ooh, Linda Gamble. Yeah, I think she's a beautiful woman. I do. And but a lot of people said that what you said, Linda, what Linda Gamble said, that, a lot of times without the makeup, she'd look a little manly. And, he just looking at her thinking, you a man. You know what I mean? Another Lydia, child. Another Lydia. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. Look, for me, y'all know I was on DDG's arse because I peeped game. And look, he learned that typical narc-ish early on in life. He just turned 28. And everything that he was doing too. Halle Bailey was typical narc behavior. He was weaponizing his large following on social media to go against her. He was going against her will and posting baby halo. He was real full of himself. Real full of himself. And that is before Halle took his arse to court. Okay. And this is a win. Even though I told you guys before, I started off a fan of this guy. Way before he even started dating Halle. And I was rooting for them when they first started dating, but a lot of us saw when things changed. But anyway, they have come to a joint decision, basically. They've reached this temporary custody agreement. Shout out to the Shade Room, and I'll read everything. And this is a win for Halle, okay? But let us not forget, back in May, she filed a restraining order against him. Then he filed one June 3rd. Halle held on to that Ring camera footage of the alleged attack between DDG against her. Anyway, they went to court and they both signed documents and they are aligned with this new custody agreement. The temporary custody agreement will commence in phases. For the first 60 days, DDG will have physical custody of baby Halo every Wednesday from morning until evening. He will also have Halo each month on the second and fourth Saturday. Halle will have the baby all the other times. So Monday to Wednesday morning, she pick him up Wednesday evening, or have somebody pick him up. Then, every second and fourth Saturday, he'll have them. The next phase, after the first initial 60 days, DDG will be allowed to have Halo overnight on some days. He will have Halo from Wednesday to Thursday and every Saturday. They even worked out this upcoming holiday schedule. Halo will be with DDG on Halloween and Father's Day. Halle will have Halo on Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and New Year's Day. They will split the time with the baby on Christmas Day and his birthday. But the biggest win for her, because this is how he got paid, this agreement also states that neither party can post Halo or any information regarding him on social media. They must also ensure that their families, his family, complies with this order. Halle and DDG have also agreed not to disparage or speak ill of one another publicly or in the presence of Halo. Make no mistake about it, this is a win for Halle. This is a win. First of all, she let his ass know, I'm not playing with you. I'm not about to do these social media games. I'm taking you to court. Okay? You're not abiding by my wishes. I'm going through postpartum and you just doing and saying whatever you want to do. Took his arse to court. And yeah, happy medium, I guess you can say. It is it was and have always been my hope that they could come to some type of agreement as long as Halle was the winner. So I don't know if that's fair or not, but it's fair enough. So I think that with the tapping of the ass that DDG received from Halle, yeah, he know who he can play with now, and it's not her. It is not her. Okay, cute little baby. Shout out to baby Halo. I also heard, because you guys know that when he went to Italy to see the baby, when she was over there filming that movie, Halle had been there for months, wasn't spotted anywhere by paparazzi. As soon as DDG got the baby, there go paparazzi. Allegedly, it wasn't paparazzi. I heard that can't happen anymore. Meaning, if you out with that baby, he better be covered up. If a picture is released and he's not supposed to be on social media, she's going to have full custody. So I like this. He's walking on a tightrope. Mixie, she took control at a young age. At a young age. You hear me? And what is she? 24, somewhere like that, 24, 25? I don't know. How do you think it's a setup, Ebony Dancer? I don't think it's a setup at all, and everything is in her favor. You know, this baby is young, so I get it that she still wants him to be involved with, you know, his dad. But the Negro see that baby on Wednesday and then on Saturday, every other Saturday. I don't see how that's a setup for her. You can let me know in the chat. This is a win. Audrey, to answer your question, when it comes to how he makes his money and the things that he was doing with that baby, it was all for clicks and views. He's a streamer. He's a YouTuber. He's a content creator. And not only was he using that baby, but next thing you know, there go his brother with the baby on his channel. There go his sister and her boyfriend with the baby. There go his friend. Everybody was using that baby for content. So I'm sure you may have maybe referencing Mel and Martell. And yeah, I didn't agree with that at all because those kids were already on national TV show and everything else. And plus, if Martell didn't want those kids on social media, same should apply to his other child. You know what I'm saying? But in this case, Halle never wanted to reveal Halo. Even the first picture, which I truly, truly adored, that they released of that baby. They were over in Paris at a fashion show. They all had on white. She didn't even want to do that. He convinced her. But she's a very private, successful young lady, and she didn't want her baby. You know, so that's a win. Vanessa say, I'm happy for her. Mixie said, I love that she took control. Teresa said, good. Let's see how bad he want to be in his son's life. Good point. Good point. Hey, Kimberly, how are you, sis? Ebony said, I believe his family will find a way to disrespect her. Well, guess what? If his family does, you heard what was in the order. They must also ensure that their families comply with this order. They can't disparage each other, or the family can't. So if he does, then guess who's in violation? That's still a win for Halle. You know what I mean? So kudos to her. Also, her album, she released Love or something like it, or whatever the title was. I paid for it because I wanted to support her. And it's number 1 on iTunes. Number 1 on iTunes. I'm trying to go to my library real quick so I can give you guys the correct name. Artist. Let's go down to Halle. Give me 1 second. It is Love or something like it. And I'm just happy for her. She has a new movie that's coming out as well. She's filming something else. This is a win. This is a win. All right, let's get into some Negro news, child. The Cutie crew and we spoke about this during our afternoon tea yesterday, but I can close that out. I definitely want to discuss it with you guys. Did you guys see what Michael Blackson with his Black Earth posted yesterday? Child, one thing a Negro gonna do, if you allow him, is embarrass you. But I'll read his caption in a nutshell before I even get there. Yes, brave face. I like that too. I like that one too. Quick little synopsis. He had a baby with this lady on the screen, Rada, June 17, 2025. Then he announced yesterday, oh, by the way, I also had another baby August 6th. All right. So let's go ahead and take a quick little read. He said, good day to all my family, friends, and fans. The last few months, God has blessed me, but in blessing me came a lot of pain. 2 months after Rada gave birth to little Mikey, a female friend I've known for over 5 years gave birth to my son, King Kweku Blackson. Like he just tripped and fell on the cooch. Okay, she just female friend that I've known just gave birth. But anyway, He said, my 2 boys has brought so much joy to my life, but also caused me to lose my fiance, Rada. Mikey was born Tuesday, June 17th, and Kwaku, August 6, 2025. My apologies for waiting so long, but I didn't know how to do it. My older twin boys, who are now 18, didn't find out till last night, and my own mom don't even know. I love kids, and I want to thank God for bringing me 2 more healthy boys. My apologies to Rada, and I hope she forgives me for the pain I brought her. I'm going to be the best loving father in the world. To avoid turning into Nick Cannon or Elon Musk, I'm only dating women that ran out of period or had a hysterectomy. Hysterectomy. Where did I get hysterectomy from? Oh, child, let me read that last sentence again. I don't know, child. It's getting a little late over here. To avoid turning into Nick Cannon or Elon Musk, I'm only dating women that ran out of period or had a hysterectomy. Swipe and meet. Kwaku. So this is the first baby. What's his name? Mikey. Little Mikey. Michael Blackson Jr. And then this is King Child Kwaku. First of all, adorable kids. Adorable kids. But baby, is this not embarrassing? Is this not embarrassing? And then you want to come out here and think you're talking about other women like women. Do you guys see the thumbnail? Newsflash to Michael Blackson or any other Negro that look like him. The only reason that they with you, sir, is for your money. The only reason. The only reason Rada was with you was for your money. So he talking about women that then ran out of period or had hysterectomy. Negro, don't nobody want your ass. Rada didn't. It was for the money. Okay? But Claudia Jordan dropped down over there. She is a good friend to Rada. And I'll read what she had to say. But he told her initially, I know he did. He erased the comment. But he said, girl, hush. Your cooch is expired or something like that. You know what I mean? Like girl, bye. But Claudia said, not a time for jokes or to put both babies on the same slideshow. Come on now, dog. This hurt her even more. A friend you knew for 5 years gave birth? Shaking my head. No, more like an OF girl, like old Gabby, who shows her butt on camera and brags about how many times they done did it. I can't, Claudia used some words over there, child. But she said, you just keep stomping on Rada's heart over and over again. I'm praying for her. This ain't it, homie. So in his response, you guys see where everybody, he said, your womb is expired to Claudia. And you see how a lot of the men are over there laughing at him under Claudia's comment. But Deion Sanders caught some slack as well and said, you are hilarious, my brother. Love you, man. And people had questions for him. Like, how could you find this funny? What's hilarious, Deion? So I'll show you guys what Arada had to say, and then we'll read your comments. And look, she's Diddy-ish type women. Hey, Danya, how are you, sis? Tia P said Rada has her own money. Rada has her own money. She comes from money. Okay, Tia P, I will take your advice, sis. I really, really will. But anyway, this is what she had to say in response to what he posted. She said, I don't normally respond, but let's just agree that was the most pathetic post or apology ever. I'm walking in peace, guided by God's grace. My energy belongs to my 4-month-old son, not to negativity. People always tell me they are embarrassed for me, or it's getting embarrassing at this point. But for me, when love runs that deep, you stop seeing the man and start seeing the boy who just wanted to be loved. And that's what breaks you. I didn't just love, I understood the pain, the innocence, the child in him. With that said, I take full accountability for staying in the circus too long. His type was never me because I'm a real woman. This is what happens when you hold a man down 100%. All right, your thoughts. She said that she loved the child in him. She was trying to heal him, y'all. She understood the pain and the innocence. Ebony said he dogged her out on that boot camp show. Yeah, and it's the audacity for me. Can you imagine? Is this my Tia? Oh, Tia. Hey, where is she? Is this Tia? Teresa? I don't think this Tia. My cutie crew niece. Let me know. Look, whether she got her own money or not, he did play in her face for years. She did accept a lot of this. And look, a lot of us have been there, done that. No judgment when she said that. She takes full accountability for staying in the circus too long. A lot of us, child, just go ahead and put a little clown face in the chat. I think a couple of us may have been there at one point or another in life. So kudos to her for leaving. But, I always say that there are learning lessons every day that you can learn right here on social media. And this is one of them. You cannot heal a man. You cannot change a man. You cannot heal him from the pain of his childhood and all that other shit that they try to tell you, when most times they are telling you that because they done effed up. And then next thing you know, they crying, child. They rocking and shaking, talking about what the mama didn't do back in the day. It's all game. Okay, I didn't think so. It's all game. Miss Wynn, I do too. And like I said, it is very, very commendable of her to call off that engagement. Do I think, though, Miss Wynn, had the other girl not had the baby, that she would have? I don't know. He has been embarrassing her for years. And look, that should be the last straw. For some women, yeah, that baby, that's the last straw there. That's the last straw. So, she said this is what happened when you hold a man down 100%. And I will say, I haven't heard anything Diddy-ish about her. It's just like, her page is given like the Jane Doe-ish type of girl. You know what I mean? And cute baby, though. Cute baby. Here's her and Claudia. They are good friends. And look, kudos to her. If she is a Diddy-ish type girl, hey, you can do that without him. You know what I mean? But that's what it gives. I'm not going to keep going through the page or whatever. But there's her and Claudia again. And that's what it gives to me. But I'm proud of her. What are you all's thoughts about what Michael had to say? Danya said Michael humiliated her the entire relationship. Let me put that thumbnail back up. Because, baby, I'm humiliated just by his face. You know what I mean? But you are absolutely right. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't a secret. It wasn't a joke. Dogged her out for years. Let's see here. A couple more comments. Where's that comment about that baby? Not the Nightmare Before Christmas again, sis. She was his Cassie. Allegedly, Vanessa did some things with him. Stood by him, cheating and disrespect. She took them back after she had enough, and this is what he does. That's why she said, you over there standing bound 10 toes down, and this still happened. Look, you don't have to have struggle love. You really don't. You ain't got to go through no damn struggle love. And that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's struggle love. Who did I just see about that baby? Somebody put a good comment about the baby. Was it up before this? Nope, it was below. Let's see. FM Peyton, are you talking about Halle when it comes to DV? Let me know. Let me know. I believe so, based off of your comment. And you also said, glad she cut him off. That man needs therapy. My opinion. I believe that's who you're talking about. DDG. And I agree. Halle, she did the right move. She really, really did. Who even wants to date him? Child, not me. Not I. He's always defending having a long time female friends. He's allowed to have friends with benefits while engaged, while this lady got to stand beside him. Yep. Well, she's not standing beside him anymore, and I think she's done. You know what I mean? I think she's done. I don't know who that is, Gigi. Please tell what is SID. I don't know. C-Jack said, I thought he had an open relationship. I thought she just had to be faithful. Well, that's what a couple people were saying yesterday. That she's known from the time that she started dating him that he was not going to be, monogamous. And she agreed to it. And the baby was the final call. No matter what, she left him. And the reason that she did, good. I'm still trying to find that comment. Michael dogged her out on that boot camp show. I read that already. It's a no for me, dog. All right, it was C-Jax. You said a baby will put a magnifying glass over BS that you try to lead a blind eye with. That's true. And look, at that point, when people have babies, they got other things to live for that child. You know what I'm saying? So that's always a very, very good reason of choosing self and ending that. Rada did it. Halle Bailey did it. And kudos again. All right, love you too. I thought you was I love Cutie Crew niece. Okay, couple more. All right, let's see. All right. Well, I think I hit everything. Let me look at my thumbnail. I did. We're only a little over an hour. Prayers going up again to the Massey family, Sonya Massey's family. I am praying for a guilty verdict, and hopefully they come with that tomorrow. I'll have my eye out on it. If I'm able to jump on and try to get the verdict live, I will. Prayers going up to Masika on the passing of her husband and children's dad. And yeah, that's about it, guys. To my Night Owl crew, I thank you guys. I really, really do for joining me for this power hour. Danya said, glad that baby don't look like Spooky Chow. Look, I'm bringing this back up right here. This baby is adorable. You hear me? Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Let me take this off. Right here. This is when he was born. So this was one day after she gave birth, and adorable baby. And then was it this one? Yeah, just this still shot, but this is a video. Cute baby. You don't look nothing like your daddy. You don't look nothing like your daddy. Right here, he chucking the deuces up to his daddy, okay? Negro, please. You done had a baby that came 2 months after me. Go ahead on somewhere. Maybe that baby was a blessing for her to get out of that relationship. For sure, Deborah. I think so as well. Like somebody else said above, sometimes that gives you that extra push and extra courage to go ahead and end things that you're not really down for. So look, she's a beautiful girl. Somebody else, you know what I'm saying? She'll end up being with somebody else that'll love her and that baby. Thank you, Flora. Flora said, I love the power hour. Thank you. Miss Wynn said, thank you. Chit chat, awesome episode. Thank you, sis. Looking forward, looking forward. We'll get into dates and time. We'll be chatting on DM. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much. My throat feels like it's closing up. I'm not going to tell you guys why. I tell you, when Pink Diva was over there live, I went and made me some lobster claws. Shouldn't have. No, crab claws. Because I made chicken breast for a chicken salad that I had earlier, and I should have just made another one. Anyway, I don't know if I boiled them all the way. So, they weren't the best. And now I'm paranoid. So let me take some type of medicine, child, and make sure that nothing is coming down. But I thank you guys so much. I thank you guys so much. Yes, Flora. Martell thought the same damn thing when Mel had Sugar Mama. He just knew he was in that child for 18 years. And yeah, we knew that she left Martell, I think, when Sugar Mama was about 6 months old. So shout out again to Rada that did the same damn thing. Shout out to Halle Bailey. The only difference with them is they weren't married. Mel was married and left that Negro. Okay. With that baby. And I'm glad she did. I'm not going to get too much into that. You guys know. I'll see if I have some, Teresa. I think I do. I do. You guys know I have talked about love and marriage Huntsville and everything related down to the ground. And I'm really a much more happier and positive person now that I've stopped. That shit was stressful in my Wanda voice. Stressful. But what was I about to say? Oh, I said I'm glad that Mel did leave Martell because I always believed that, he has a little something against Sugar Mama. Based on back then watching, you guys know we used to watch the live videos and all of that. And he just did not, in my opinion, treat her like it should have. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay, I'm gonna take some Benadryl and some tea. I'm gonna drink some honey ginger turmeric tea. All right, but I thank you guys. Yeah, child. This has been a crazy week. The Cutie crew know about my Charlie Brown moment, and y'all bet not say it over here in public. You hear me? So this been a week. Now I think I done ate some half-cooked crab claws, child. So yeah, it's only 8:28 my time. Shout out to those of you in the central standard time zone, 10:28 p.m. Eastern Standard Time Zone, 11:28 p.m. And it go away from me. You bet not, Teresa. If I ever hear you done said something, child, I'm coming to hunt you down, sis. Yes, when she was sitting on the floor. Yes, that's when he tried to copy Mel's Christmas photo. Also when he announced Lil Knox, Miles Morales. A child, that baby go back 5 different names. I don't know what they calling him now. But when he announced him to the world, remember, that was the same picture, wasn't it, Danya? But no, Sugar Mama's first day of school. I don't know if he had a picture of Lil Miles Morales, but he announced him. Like, I got 5 kids. So, yeah, he was trifling. I never felt like, I don't know, that's his daughter, it's his business. I just didn't feel like there was a connection. I think he resented Sugar Mama because he knows deep down inside that was the courage and that extra push that Mel needed to get on up out of there, All right, hour and 24 minutes. Yeah, he refused to call her sugar mama. Good point. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Let me take me something, child, because my nose getting stopped up. I'm getting paranoid and every damn thing else. Child, do I have something from when I had a cold? I may have some old antibiotics or something. Y'all check on me, Cutie Crew, in the morning. You know we be checking in. Y'all check on me and make sure everything all right, because I'm about to play doctor. But I love you guys. Shout out to the new cuties. I see you guys. I see them subscribe accounts coming on back up. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the replay gang. I appreciate you guys as well. Shout out to the cutie crew. Love me some you. And shout out to each and every cutie that joined me tonight. Thank you, Danya. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. And I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye.
Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. With QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.